One black t-shirt, folded at the bottom of your drawer since 1991. The band name is cracked from 100 washes, and you have never once thrown it away. People assume a woman your age kept it for sentiment. Wrong. You kept it because it is evidence. You remember the exact weight of headphones on your ears, the hiss before the first riff hit. What did the loudest music on earth give the quietest girl in the room tonight? We answer it. Start with where you found it. Nobody handed you metal. It was not played at your dinner table, and it was not approved of at your church, your school, or your grandmother's house. You found it sideways, through an older cousin's record collection, a boy on the bus with a Walkman, a late-night radio show you were not supposed to be awake for. And the first time you heard it properly, something in your chest unlocked, not rebellion, exactly, recognition. Here was music with the volume turned up to match what the inside of you felt like. Everything else on the radio was pleasant. This was true. Think about what your world asked of you back then. Girls of your generation were raised to be agreeable. Smile more. Keep your voice down. Do not make a scene. Anger was for boys. And even they were supposed to grow out of it. You were handed a small, quiet emotional range and told to live inside it. Then a guitar came screaming out of a speaker, and someone was finally saying the unsayable at full volume. Rage, grief, fear, defiance, all of it out in the open, all of it aloud. You did not love metal because you were troubled. You loved it because it was the only place where the full size of your feelings was legal. And you paid for it. Remember the looks. A girl in a denim vest covered in patches drew a specific kind of attention, and not the kind your mother wanted for you. Teachers assumed you were failing. Relatives assumed you were lost. Boys at shows assumed you were there for a boyfriend, and quizzed you on B-sides to prove you did not belong. You learned to name every album, every lineup change, every producer. Because a girl who loved this music had to carry twice the knowledge to earn half the room. You were tested at the record store, tested in the parking lot, tested by the very scene you loved, and still you stayed. Sit with what it says about you. Staying somewhere you had to keep proving you belonged. Then adulthood arrived and asked you to put it away, not all at once. Slowly, politely, the way your generation was trained to comply. The vest looked strange at the office, the band shirts moved to the sleep clothes pile, then to the bottom drawer. You turned the music down when the kids were small, then down again when neighbors moved closer. Then off when someone at a school function raised an eyebrow at what was playing in your car. Somewhere in your 30s, you became a woman with a secret, not an affair, not a debt. A love, folded and stored, the way women of your generation were taught to store the parts of themselves nobody asked for. But here is the part people never saw. The music kept working on you, even in silence. Because metal taught you things the agreeable world never did. It taught you that darkness, faced directly, loses its power to ambush you. Songs about death, war, madness, loss, you absorbed them at 15, and they became a strange inoculation. When real darkness arrived in your life later, the diagnosis, the funeral, the year everything collapsed, you did not flinch the way others flinched. You had been rehearsing for decades. People called you steady in a crisis, and never knew where the steadiness was forged. It was forged at volume, in a bedroom, with the door closed, one earphone splitting the difference between your world and theirs. It also taught you honesty about intensity. You have never trusted people who claim to be fine all the time. You can hear a false calm, the way a musician hears a note gone flat. Because your music never lied to you. It never pretended life was gentle. It looked straight at the worst of the human story and turned it into something you survived together. You and a wall of sound and 60,000 strangers who felt it too. Even now, when a song from 1988 comes on, your foot finds the rhythm before your mind catches up. The body kept the faith. Even in the years, the calendar left no room for it. Now look at what you do in the car. Alone, windows up, a stretch of empty road, and your thumb finds the old playlist without asking permission. For 4 minutes you are not a job title, not somebody's mother, not the woman who remembers everyone's appointments. The drums come in and your spine straightens. You drive one exit past your turn on purpose, because the song is not finished, and neither is the version of you it wakes up. Then you arrive, turn it off, fix your hair in the mirror, and walk in as the calm one. Nobody in the building knows the woman who parked the car. Here is the question worth sitting with. Why did you ever accept that she had an expiration date? Nobody told the men. The men your age wear their tour shirts to the grocery store with their gray beards, and nobody blinks. A man at 55 with a maiden shirt is charming. A woman at 55 with the same shirt gets asked if it belongs to her son. You noticed the difference decades ago and filed it away without a word, the way you filed so much away. But noticing is not agreeing, and you never agreed. The shirt is still in the drawer. The knowledge is still in your head. The love never left, it only lowered its voice, because you were the one required to. So hear this plainly, the girl with the headphones was not a phase. She was the first honest version of you, the one who found a language for feelings the world refused to size correctly. Everything you built afterward, the steadiness, the endurance, the refusal to be shocked by life, stands on the foundation she poured. You are allowed to turn it up again, in the kitchen, in the car, at full volume, at 55. You are allowed to buy the concert ticket and stand in the crowd with your arms crossed and your eyes closed. Aging exactly the way the music aged, which is to say, still here, still loud, still telling the truth. You do not owe anyone a softer soundtrack. And if you never say a word of this to anyone, the truth stays the same. Quiet is not the same as gone. You of all people know how much sound a silence is capable of holding. So tonight, open the drawer, the black shirt, cracked print. 1991. Not a relic, a receipt. Proof of the girl who heard the loudest music on earth and recognized her own heartbeat in it. She kept the volume for you all these years. Sit with that, if you want. I will sit with it too. We do not have to figure out the rest tonight.